In this video, we're going to look at child and adolescent CPR. I'm going to show you the whole thing first, then I will show you step by step. So just to clarify, a child is someone aged from 1 to 12, and an adolescent is someone aged from 13 to 17.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wake up. No response. Can you go and get an ambulance for me, please? Can you call the ambulance? The child's not breathing.
Now, after 1 minute of CPR, if you haven't already called the emergency medical services, this is when you take the casualty with you or leave them and go and find a phone and make the phone call to the emergency medical services. Now, what we're going to do is break that down for you, and we're going to go step by step. Now, if you want to, you can go and get a cushion and pillow or a teddy that you can use as your casualty, and you can watch the video and join in. Okay, first things first, we need to check the scene for danger. We need to make sure it's safe for us, and if it's not, we need to make it safe. We're then going to check response, and we can check response by talking to the casualty, but also by grabbing hold of their shoulders and squeezing, so a pressure response. If they don't respond, that's when we're going to send our bystander to go and call the emergency medical services, or we're going to activate our speaker function on our phone. We're then going to open the casualty's airway, and we do this by placing one hand on the forehead, 2 fingers on the chin, and we do a head tilt chin lift. I keep my hands there while I check the person's breathing, and I'm checking breathing for 10 seconds, making sure it is normal breathing. If they're not breathing normally, we're going to give 5 initial rescue breaths. We do that by using the hand that's on the forehead and squeezing the nose. We then seal our mouth around their mouth. We blow in for a second, and then we look at their chest for a second. We must make sure that we turn our head to look at their chest. 2 reasons. 1, because we want to see the rise and fall of the chest, and also we want to breathe in fresh air, which has a higher concentration of oxygen in there. After the 5 initial rescue breaths, we're then going to perform 15 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths. Now, when it comes to a chest compression on a child, we're going to push down 1/3 of their body depth, using the heel of the hand on the centre of their chest. We're going to go at the speed of 100 to 120 compressions per minute. When you've done 15, you're going to then do 2 rescue breaths. It's only going to take you 5 seconds to give those 2 breaths. Now, when it comes to a compression, make sure that you push down, but you also lift the heel of the hand up to allow the heart to refill. And you just keep on going. 15 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths. Now, for an adolescent, you're actually going to push down a little bit harder, 5 to 6 centimetres in depth. Now, depending on the size of them and your ability to be able to do compressions effectively, you might need to use 2 hands, and that is fine. But at the same time, 1 hand might also be adequate depending on the size of the casualty. So you just got to keep on going. 15 chest compressions and 2 rescue breaths. And you keep on going until you've performed it for 1 minute, where you might need to leave them to go and call the emergency medical services if your bystander hasn't. And then we're going to talk about the use of an AED in later videos.